Everyone, this is Jackie, and I just wanted to share that I just watched videos by Creative Curiosities and A. Otmers 224. These ladies have challenged themselves to a spending freeze, and so they will not be spending money through the end of the year unless it's something that they absolutely need to complete a project. For example, adhesives, just something specific to a project that they would need to buy. That's a necessity. And so they've also agreed to do personal swaps. For example, if one needed a particular lace or trim to complete a project, then the other would send it. And so I can't 100% commit to that because I'm still fairly new and I don't have the stash accumulated that other people have that have been crafting for years. And so, but I am going to challenge myself to make some changes that I think will definitely help. And one issue is just making purchases just because something is on sale or on clearance, regardless if I need it or not. And the biggest issue is paper. I am a paper addict. And you'd probably laugh if I showed you my paper stash because it's not like it's just this huge amount, but it is a lot for me and especially it's just sitting there, accumulating dust. And so I do need to use it. And so paper being my biggest issue, I am also going to challenge myself to make flowers. Sometimes I'm bummed out because I don't have these beautiful wild orchid craft flowers. I don't have the I Am Roses flowers. I don't have any of the beautiful trims and laces from this Etsy shop and that Etsy shop, or the metal pieces, or just all this stuff that I see, and sometimes I get bummed out because I don't have any of that stuff. But the bottom line is I can't afford it. And so I want to challenge myself to make more flowers. And one example would be the Recollections, the new collection that they have out at Michael's, the mixed media looking ones where it's like a piece of canvas and then it has the flower, it has a little metal embellishment, and I don't know, maybe there's some script on there, or I don't know, but just very, very pretty. I just don't want to spend the money on it. So I'm going to challenge myself to maybe create my own. And I think actually would be better because it's going to be different than what you could purchase at Michael's, and it's going to be very individual. So I want to challenge myself. Now, I do have, a smaller retro flower punch and then a ginormous retro punch flower. And so I'm going to need to figure out a middle ground because, for certain projects, you need varying sizes of flowers. So I'll have to figure something out there. But otherwise, I really do want to start making more of my own flowers. And to be honest, I think they look really pretty. Sometimes prettier than what you can buy. And you definitely get a better selection of colors. And so another way that I want to challenge myself is on the stamps. And not that I have a whole bunch, but Marisol Pearls brought up a very good point. She types up her own sentiments on the computer, and she just puts them in varying fonts and sizes, and then she just prints them up, cuts them out in the shape that she needs, and calls it done. And so how fantastic is that? Because not only are you saving money on the stamps that you would have bought, you're also saving on space because you don't have to store all that stuff. And so I think that would be great, and that would help out. And so those would be my biggest issues: the paper, the flowers, and then the stamps, the different sentiments, because sometimes I want something and I can't find it. I'm shopping around Michael's, Hobby Lobby, Joann's, and I don't want to make a whole lot of online purchases because I don't want to pay shipping. I just don't want to pay shipping. That's my biggest deal. And so doing it that way will definitely help. And, I also feel a little ashamed. I'm not ashamed to admit it. That some people were commenting that they've lost their job, or for financial reasons they can't make these purchases, and so I feel a little ashamed because, to be honest, I really don't have the extra money to be doing this either, and I do, and so I need to stop. It's one thing if I'm commissioned something and I don't have the supplies to complete that project. I think it's different because you have to go buy what you need to complete that project. For example, recently I altered some of those little wooden gift bags from Michael's, and the lady wanted them in a Hello Kitty theme. It was for a little girl's birthday party. Well, I had to buy paper because I don't own any Hello Kitty paper. And so what I did do is I waited till the open stock paper went on sale at Michael's, and then that's when I went and purchased the paper for the gift boxes. And so it worked out because I needed a large quantity, and so I had to make an order. So it worked out because I had the 2 weeks, and I was able to wait until the paper went on sale. So that would be a different situation, if you needed to make a purchase to complete a specific project. But otherwise, I just definitely need to make a change in my spending habits. And again, especially on the paper. I buy it just because it's on sale. It's there. It's pretty. I want it. And I don't need it necessarily. So anyway, that's my challenge to myself. And I think not only through the end of the year, but just indefinitely until I get what I have here, till I get this stash down. I just need to be on a paper freeze, a paper buying freeze, and flowers. I need to challenge myself to make more flowers. And then I'm going to try Marisol's idea of printing my own sentiments, which I do sometimes already, to be honest. I do print some things, but I need to challenge myself to do that more often. And so anyway, my challenge to you guys is either to participate along with Kelly and Amy, or to do what I do and just look at your spending habits and to see what you can change to make a difference. So thank you so much for watching. Good night.